So what Harvey World does, we head office and we look after independently owned franchises. As much as people living with the disability, they're part of us.
Yeah.
They can do just as much as you can, just not as fast as you can.
Exactly.
So yes, we are looking at reaching out into the community.
Yeah.
And when you come abroad, it's a totally different ball game.
Is it?
Totally different ball game. You get strangers coming right up to you. I mean, I've seen it. Like random people just wanting to help. We as South Africans need to stand back. But I also think it's not all South Africans.
Greetings, Bahlali, Sanbonani. My name is Mzwakhe and welcome to another episode of People Living with Disability. Okay, let's just make some few ground rules, okay? Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Come on, click that button below. All right, we have another guest today, courtesy of Harvey World. So we'll be sharing some few questions when it comes to traveling and all of those things. All right. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well, and yourself?
I'm handsome. Thank you for asking. All right. So to those who do not know you, what is your name?
I'm Leasha Williams, Harvey World from Harvey World Travel.
All right. So now, please briefly tell us, what is Harvey World all about? What do you do there?
Okay, I'm the franchise manager for the brand. We are part of a consortium for Bit Travel. So we've got a few consortiums that falls under Bit Travel. So what Harvey World does, we head office and we look after independently owned franchises. Across the, we've got over the border, Zimbabwe, Harare, Zambia, and then we have all over in South Africa.
Nice. Actually, what inspired you to join the world of traveling?
At the time, many years ago, I'm thinking like 30 years ago, it was all about the travel.
Yeah.
But getting into the space of the travel was totally different. It wasn't just about travel. I mean, I started packing brochures.
Sure.
I had no experience. Well, I started with my 3-year course. I left it because I didn't know what law was all about. Where does law fit into travel? Until I was in the industry, it was like, now I kind of see where law fits in. So it was basically just I wanted to travel, but I only got to travel much later in my life.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So do you mind telling us where you've traveled? I mean, I went to Cape Town, I went to Durban, I also went to some parts of Mpumalanga and Lesotho. I think you probably also went abroad.
Yes.
Africa.
I actually jumped ship.
Okay.
I used to do the MICE, which is your meeting incentives, conferencing and events within the brand.
Yeah.
And I jumped ship because the travel was hectic. It was groups, and my last trip was Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I've been to Europe.
Yeah.
Not much of America, but Las Vegas was my main one.
Yeah.
In that side of the world, and then
nice.
You're normal. So when people say to me, "Come, let's go to Cape Town," it's like, let's go to Vegas.
As long as you have your passport.
Definitely.
Yeah. So now we are a podcast that is mainly focusing on people living with disability. Do you have maybe any of your clients who are disabled who have traveled with you guys?
Honestly speaking, not in my career, but actually giving advice with like colleagues and that. Leasha, how would you do this? Or Leasha, can you help me with that? But not personally. I haven't dealt with somebody that has the ability.
And then now let's integrate it with your traveling. I think you did mention you went to Las Vegas, you went to Europe and all of those countries. What is that one different thing that us as South Africans we do differently when it comes to the people living with disabilities in the world of travel?
What we as South Africans do different?
Yes.
Honestly speaking, when I first encountered, it's like South Africans tend to, I won't say look down on them.
Okay.
It's a matter of they don't know how to help the people. And you would tend to want to just step out and this is what you do, but yes, that is what South Africans they're afraid to ask and obviously just assist. Just ask.
Yeah.
What is it that you need? or can I help you?
Yeah.
And when you come abroad, it's a totally different ball game.
Is it?
Totally different ball game. You get strangers coming right up to you. I mean, I've seen it. Like random people just wanting to help, whereas South Africans need to stand back. But I also think it's not all South Africans actually has the knowledge.
Ne?
There's nothing there's don't be afraid to ask, can I help you?
Yeah.
You know, because that person sitting with the ability also needs that help, but they would probably expect that South African to come and ask me, can I help? Then it's for them to say, no, I've got help. You understand what I'm saying? South Africans tend to, they're afraid to ask.
Yeah. And then in the traveling society, do you think that, especially like we can mainly focus it on Harvey World, do you guys also try to revise maybe the way we process, the bookings, the traveling for people with disabilities?
Most definitely. We try and encourage our members.
Yeah.
On top of my mind, when Kelly actually mentioned the podcast, and I was like, oh, that's actually a nice webinar to have. Yes, you might have too few officers that actually does deal with that situations, and they're so into it and know what to do, whereas you have your other members that's like kind of a touchy place to go. But I would think that is actually something very nice to have, is a webinar, and it's something that we need to push. Not everybody knows how to.
Exactly.
And it's we actually have an ITC, which is the bid ambassadors is a part of Harvey. Okay. We've got one ITC that's actually blind, deaf.
Sure.
And she all works with the Braille. Her colleague, it's all on WhatsApp and stuff like that, and nobody knew. I only found out about a year ago about her. And it was like, wow, she runs, and you give her a lead, she runs with it. She brings in the business. And you can do it, whether you're working or whether you're traveling within the travel space.
Yeah, nice. Actually, on one of our episodes, if you're watching closely on our podcast, we had like one of our guests, I think it was Lutando, if I'm not mistaken. And, she was briefly sharing with us, how broad the world of traveling is. And how, I can say, how much we turn a blind eye specifically to integrate as well as people living with disabilities. I remember one of the scenarios that you mentioned is like, in most cases, people with disabilities, would travel in pairs. You'd find two people traveling, maybe one disabled person and one well-abled person. In such, vast, industry, do you think that we'll still have the capability of actually promoting people with disabilities, to explore the world, not only locally, but globally?
Most definitely. I was watching a little video a couple of weeks ago, and just comparing airports. Our airport to, I think it was London. I'm not too sure, but it was obviously in a European city. There's so much that we can do for our people that lives with the disability, whether you are blind or in a wheelchair. There's a lot of development to do. And the more we push it and we put it out there, hoping, praying that our government would, or stakeholders, private entities, guys, let's do something over within our Tambo Airport. There's not that much of facilities that I've noticed compared to what the European places have. And yes, we can push it, and I think there is a bit of a gap. But I think if we just persist and just carry on and do, you guys just do what you need to do best. It will definitely fall on a stakeholder's ears, or maybe a blesser. Who knows, guys? Let's do this for them.
We really need to implement it.
Definitely.
So now, let's bounce back to, well-experienced people with disabilities. I'll bounce back, with some of our guests as well. They did share their thoughts that, they want to travel abroad. They want to travel to Dubai, they want to travel to New York. And what is that one thing, besides maybe, let's say, moving from point A to B, what is that another element that actually discourage people with disabilities, to travel?
I think it's the unknown, or don't know what question to ask.
Yeah.
So if I phone into any travel agent, or maybe the first thing you would say is, okay, you want to travel, this is when this agent's taking down your notes and that.
Yeah.
I'm in a wheelchair. So that person sitting in that wheelchair is probably afraid of being rejected.
Ne?
Or it's like is that travel agent equipped enough or has the knowledge enough to send me to New York knowing I will be fine on my own with no help?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think that for them is also, they don't know which questions to ask, where to start. And I would always say, do research. First do research on countries. I mean, I won't say don't do a research on New York because there's nothing in New York now you want to go to.
Crowded.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you really feel like you want to go to a destination, do research on it. Get enough research from that travel agent, or go to the travel agent and say, okay, this is what I'm like, this is my budget, but I've got a condition.
Yeah.
How can you help me?
And now, I mean, earlier on before we started to roll, you did mention that you're also, quite interested and fascinated about traveling. And, you did mention that you want to, use the ship, do the cruise ships and all of that. How can we also try to find a way to ensure that in as much as we are constantly motivating people living with disabilities to join us when it comes to traveling, but then us as a people who are well-abled people and who are also traveling all around the world, what can we also expect when we maybe, let's say, see a person with disabilities, in our world of travel? Let's say I'm in a cruise ship and then I see someone with disabilities. Do you guys, especially, as traveling agencies, try to find a way of also integrating, both worlds? Because I think one of the things that we have a challenge on is that, okay, I see maybe a person who is on a wheelchair. How do I approach, another traveler? Okay, so
me, Leasha, I would go up to that person.
Yes, Leasha.
I'd introduce myself.
Go, Leasha.
Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that.
Most certainly.
And if we travel in groups, I would always want to encourage my colleague, my whoever's with me, whether it's a family member, let's go chat. They always say, Leasha, you talk too much. I've got a colleague that actually tells me, Leasha, you talk too much. But go speak to that person. Make that person feel comfortable. I tell you the next day, let's say we're on a cruise. The next day, that person is going to come look for you.
Exactly.
Because that's the only person that actually spoke to me. Or, not the only person, but that person is so friendly.
Exactly.
Because people tend to not shunt away, not want to approach them.
Yeah.
Which I feel, why not? Exactly. I mean, if I'm sitting there in a crutch, it's like, she just broke her leg.
Yeah.
But I have got that same, I'm not that mobile. So why would you not going to go speak to that person? But why am I so different?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So just go up to them. Just be yourself. I mean, make them feel that they're also human. They're also part of wherever you are.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, let's bounce back to Bidvest and Harvey World, right? What are some of the projects, when you look at and you're like, wow, this is going to definitely not only generate money for you guys, but it will also try to, how can I put it, also invite the community of people living with disabilities, to jump ship to you guys? Do you have maybe any projects that maybe you're running?
So, not really. We are actually looking into it. So, at the moment, what we're doing is we've got a career day. Also in Tembisa next week, this coming Saturday actually. So that's one of our projects that we want to do. We've actually started. This is our second one. We're having. We're just targeting the young ones.
Nice.
Those ones studying tourism. Up and coming and just see. So we're targeting the Tembisa High School, and then obviously another institute. Just don't have the name yet of that. So that is what we're doing at the AFM Church on Saturday. And I think this is our next project. That's why I said this is what I want to do. I want to do a webinar. Just to also make our members and the community out there just aware that, you know what, as much as people living with the disability, they're part of us.
Yeah.
They can do just as much as you can, just not as fast as you can.
Exactly.
So yes, we are looking at reaching out into the community. Slow process.
Yeah.
Beginning there.
Yeah. And now your projects, does it include, best of both worlds, whereby you actually try to engage with potential tourists and also other potential job seekers as well?
Yes, we are.
Because we all know South Africa is really struggling when it comes to employment and also that kind of a stability. And I think people with disabilities, they're not foreign to that. I think they feel it. So do you also try to integrate, them as well?
We definitely do. We definitely do. But Travel had a program, I think it was post-COVID. They had a program where they did have learners with disability. And for me, it was actually to see them up and down in the offices. So they were placed in all different departments.
Yeah.
And my question, when Kelly was talking about the podcast, I'm like, where are those kids?
Yeah.
Why don't we initiate something like that? So we do have a lot of initiations. Initiatives, going around within the business. So everybody's just throwing up. And it's all for the young ones.
Yeah.
Like we said, we spoke about job seekers.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, when they're done with whatever we're doing or putting out there, they do keep a few.
Okay.
And we try and see where else within the businesses or sister companies or wherever we can place them. So yes, we do try and have the, initiatives bouncing it off one another to see what we can do. But it's an ongoing process.
Yeah. You did mention that, one of your favorite cities, it was New York since you traveled. And in my mind, I do wonder, do you think that maybe us, as I almost said Banana Republic, as in South Africa, do you think that we have a potential to scale our tourism? Like invite not only our South Africans, but also, other countries and continents beyond Africa, to visit South Africa?
We can. We've got the potential. But when people look at the news, what do they see? Crime.
Yeah.
But there is so many places that has not been touched, that hasn't been seen, that we ourselves as South Africans don't know about.
For sure.
And I'm one of them. And I have to say, for me, and it's sad that we could take our money and go overseas where Zanzibar, Mozambique, Maputo, they're all just around the corner. Why don't we invest in Africa?
Yeah.
And why are we going there? You understand what I'm saying? So yes, we can. But like I said, it shouldn't also just be a once-off. It should be a continuous thing going on. And as we put it out there to the world that, guys, Africa is not just about, the crime and that everywhere in the world is crime.
Yeah.
You understand? We just had scams. Scams is a big thing. It's not just in South Africa, it's all over the world.
Yeah.
So now you're looking at South Africa, you're comparing it to what? Can't compare apples to apples here.
Wow.
But if we do this continuously, sell South Africa, and that's how people will come. And just not sell people with us being that we all find. Have your wheelchair, have your blinds, have your deaf people, and put it out there that, guys, this is Africa. We are part of it. We are here.
Yeah, it's not only just about elephants and lions.
People will be walking around with skins. I would love
exactly,
to.
Imagine. You'd imagine, I'm like, no, my pet is just a wild cat.
It's just So, but then we're not just selling Africa.
Yeah.
We're selling what is in Africa.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not just America that lives with people with the ability. It's here as well.
Yeah.
And if people can see, it's like now they see somebody in a wheelchair, it's like, I never knew Africa has people in wheelchairs. We need to put it out there.
Yeah.
We need to put it out there.
Most certainly. So, what are some of the things that you've at least tried to do? I would mainly focus it on your company, because I don't think you're representing holistically, all the companies, that are working with you, including your competitors. So do you think that maybe, I think not so long ago you had travel in Daba, or what do they call this thing, whereby, number of people.
Yes, the mini Indaba, the WTM,
something like that.
Yes.
Yes. So do you think with such initiatives and projects and, whereby you guys are bringing all of your heads together, do you think it is actually working for our good, or maybe it is taking a longer time than we expect to see, some progress in our country?
Well, I've attended the WTM in Cape Town the beginning of the year, and I have to say that the organizers have got their heads screwed on properly, because there was a lot of people with wheelchairs.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done NSBC last year at the Sandton Convention Center. It's coming up now again.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that I've seen there with disability. I mean, there's a lady with a guide dog.
Wow.
For me, it was like
And in the venue.
inside the venue.
Yeah,
For me, it was like wow.
Yeah.
Not just was she equipped and very comfortable.
Yeah.
Her pet was actually as well.
Exactly.
And how I had to approach her. It's
Yeah.
like, how do you do this? How do you keep in calm?
Yeah.
It's like, and she showed me, she's got her treats.
Nice.
And when she feels like it's some kind of connection they have.
Yeah. It's like that one that they only know.
Yes. So she will feel when he gets a little bit tense or stuff, and then she'll give him a treat, and when he's good, she'll give him.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, and she wasn't afraid to actually do that. And by the way, she was actually the only one there.
Wow.
She was partially blind, so she could still see.
Yeah.
That's why I asked her, how is it that you noticed us?
Yeah.
Because all she saw was Harvey.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is a condition and all that. And for me, it was very intrigued.
Yeah.
Very intrigued.
Nice.
We tend to not think less of them. It's like, what are they doing here?
Yeah.
That is what people do think that. But for me, it was like, and she actually got up and she did her thing.
Indeed. I think that's like one of the things that we really need to understand. We overlook a problem to the point where we're like, this is a mammoth task.
Yes.
We won't be able to fix it.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things that we really need to try to undo, especially in the world of travel. Because personally, for me, I think every single person has that right and must get that experience.
Definitely.
Of exploring, the cold days of Lesotho, and exploring the unbearable heat of Dubai, and of course experiencing, the humid areas, in some parts of.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And experiencing a flight.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like you can't get on a flight. Right? There is certain processes that the airlines require from you.
Yeah.
Your entire medical, depending on what you're now saying, let's say you're on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You can't walk at all. You've got your doctor's letters. There's a form that you complete. They'll ask you, do you need a lift? Do you need a fork? What do you need? Can you walk? Do you need assistance?
Exactly.
It's all those type of things. With the blind people, they do exactly the same. All they'll ask you is the meet and greet. That is, and I know a lot of people are saying, why am I going to travel overseas? Who's going to meet me on the other side?
Yeah.
It starts from here.
Yeah.
It starts from your country. If you've got all the necessary documentation in place, the airline, once you get off on the other side, the airline staff on the other side, because everything is in their systems already. They're waiting for you.
Yeah.
You now need to make sure, you're not going to go catch an Uber. You now make sure that whoever you've booked your travel with, make sure you've got a meet and greet to assist you if you're not traveling with somebody that doesn't have an ability. Then that person will help you out. But it's always best to make sure that you do have that contact on the other side. It doesn't have to be a personal contact. It can also be a hotel.
Yeah.
And
then
make sure that
exactly,
definitely. There's nothing afraid to travel overseas.
Quick question before you close. Now, I'd like you to explain to me, like, let's say I want to book, let's say I want to fly down to, let's say Madagascar, right? And I'm blind.
Okay.
So how does Harvey World help me out with my booking?
Okay. First thing, obviously, we'll get all your fit to travel.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Your doctor's note, you are fit to travel. how blind are you? Partially blind, blind.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
We book it. We obviously let the airline know. We've got to ask you now, do you need somebody to hold your hand?
Yeah.
Because you get them very independently.
Yeah.
I will be fine. You do
So
get
you need
them.
to brace yourself for that as
Yes,
well.
yes. And don't feel offended when they say, what do you mean? I'm fine. Your dog is allowed if you do have a guide dog.
Okay.
Your dog will be allowed on the flight. You've got to do that, I think, about 3 days or so before you actually fly, just to get the dog on board as well.
Yeah.
And we book it, make sure all the details are in the system for the airline. Make sure you phone the hotel to find out, guys, okay, we've got a blind person, it's got a guide dog.
Yeah.
They'll always make sure it's always rooms on the ground floor.
Yeah.
You first investigate what facilities are. Is there braille on the lifts?
Okay.
What is the common areas? Where's there ramps? Where's there not ramps?
Wait, so all of these things are done by you or they're
Yes.
done by the client? Wow.
No?
It's a lot
No.
of work.
If you think about it, not really.
Is it?
Not really. I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
You need to know your products.
Exactly.
You need to know your products.
Yeah.
And these products are the products that the Harveys are selling. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, instead of phoning 5 hotels, I know the top 3 hotels
Exactly.
within the client's budget.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? And you've got to know that. You need to know what the questions to ask.
Yeah.
So if you, that person, you're the client, and you give me your entire brief of
Yeah.
your disability, I've got that, and that's what I feed into the airline,
Yeah.
and I feed the hotel.
Yeah.
Then you come back and you say,
I don't
I don't
know,
have
it's in trouble.
ramps. I don't have a ramp here. And my client is stuck there because there's
Yeah,
no
what's
ramp.
happening? How could you?
It did apparently happen before with
Sure.
a friend of mine, Shane.
Yeah.
And so you as the travel agent must just make sure that there is a seamless process for that traveler.
Nice. So with that being said, how can people get in contact with Harvey World? Do you have any contact numbers, website?
So we've got a website, at harveyworldsa.co.za. Go on to, it comes up on your right hand side on the top. It's a drop down, find a branch, whether you are in Cape Town, East London, Durban, George, Joburg. They're all there, and you can obviously just click closer to where you are.
Wow, nice. There you have it, guys. Go to www.harveyworld.co.za. You need to book me for a voiceover, by the way.
Give me your details. I'll see what I can do.
All right, guys. There you have it. This is people living with this ability. If you'd like to share your story, or maybe your business is actually interested in working with people with disabilities, please do send us an email or text us on WhatsApp, and we'll find a way, and we'll definitely make a way to ensure that your story is heard. We out.